What's up, YouTube? Today, as you've seen by the title and the thumbnail, special purpose rifle build. I've been putting this one together for a couple of months now. It's cost me a ton of money. I've just started to get some rounds down range on it, and hopefully I can get some good dope on it soon. Basically, I'm going to run through a breakdown, reasons why, parts, pieces, an overall breakdown of what I got going on, and just, reasons. Some of these things I have a really good reason for, and some of them are just because, just parts I picked out and decided to go with. Some of these products have been given to me. Some of these products are at a discount. Some of these products I have nothing given to me. Basically, with my Instagram, my YouTube, I have a little bit of reach where I can get some products. I reach out to most of these companies, and sometimes they help me out, sometimes they don't. That doesn't mean I have any bias towards them. I don't have any contracts of any sort. I don't have any sort of bias within my reviews. And we'll go over background real quick. My background, I've been in firearms sales and around firearms for about 4 or 5 years now. I'm 23 years old, and I've taken quite a passion to firearms. Basically, this is just what I enjoy doing, free time, time off. I try and take in as much information as I can, and hopefully in the future I can send that information out to others and they can learn from me. I know some people, I definitely shy away from older people telling you what to do, and maybe I could be that new face of knowledge for somebody my age. I'm not saying I have all the knowledge in the world. I'm not saying I'm the greatest 23-year-old shooter of all time. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just giving you a reason as to what I do and what I'm passionate about and why you maybe could listen to me. Real quick, to help me out, I am getting some good views on my videos. I'm just trying to grow this YouTube thing. The Instagram's growing on its own. It's kind of doing its own thing. That's a lot easier for me, but this YouTube, I can't seem to catch the grip of that. I think my content's okay. I've definitely got some things to work on, and I'm definitely dumping the money into being more successful, but I need you guys to do your part. Do me a favor. Subscribe if you can. If you need to download an account, have somebody, if you're older and you need somebody to help you out, create an account so you can see my content in the future. Basically, I just need your guys' help in growing this channel so that I can produce more content like this for you guys. As you can see, this rifle is well into the thousands of dollars. I do get some good deals and I do get some prices off so I can do more of these, but overall, just subscribing to my content, liking the content, helps me push it out further, and more companies hopefully can work with me. And not saying that I'll only do builds of companies that work with me. I'm not saying that. I've got a lot of aspirations for a lot of different builds. At all times in my head, I've got 15 different builds going on. If you will, let's go tip to butt with me, and let's just break down this rifle build, reasons why, what I'm running. At the end, I'll do some future upgrades, what I want to see on this build. Obviously, no build is complete ever in my mind. I'm always changing things, and I definitely need to add a couple more things to finish off this rifle and get it at least to where I want it to be. So starting off, we're going to go suppressor first. The suppressor is a Sith TI from Silencer Co. This thing is titanium 30 cal suppressor. This is a 6mm arc that I am shooting in this special purpose rifle build, if you will. Obviously, special purpose rifle, it means a whole bunch of different things, but I think 6 arc is taking over the SPR world for sure. And it can honestly touch those DMR rifles as well. They can get the same ballistics and a small frame gasser, a lot less weight, but that's a topic for another day. We can go DMR, GPR, SPR, all these different things. I've got a GPR down here in 11.5 that I'll show you at the end. But yeah, basically 30 cal suppressor, Silencer Co, Sith TI, and 6 arc. I am shooting 6 arc, so I could be reaching down to like a 5.56 can that's bored out to accept 6mm, or I could go to a 6mm can, but this is a 30 cal that is on it right now. There are a lot of companies that I would like to work with, maybe get a discount. If they tell me to piss off, then I'll piss off and probably still get their suppressor. There's a lot of 6mm Inconel cans that I want to get into. And there's just a ton of companies that are making really great products. And I know one downside on these titanium suppressors are they do get super hot, super fast. They are super lightweight, but For an SPR build, I'm going to try and shoot this quite fast at times, and I don't want this thing burning up and just causing me pain. So at some point I'd like to get an Inconel cam, but the Silencer Co is great, and it runs great on my bolt guns as well. On top of that, I have a burn-proof gear wrap. This thing is quite expensive. It is burn-proof, as in the name. I've had a problem before with getting cans super hot while shooting and leaning on something that melts onto something, plastic, something like that. I have done that before. It's not nice. It leaves a good stain or a coat of plastic on the side of your suppressor that you gotta try and get off. So I have moved to putting wraps on all of my cans, and I will continue to do that. Moving back, we got the barrel. This is a Faxon 16-inch 6-arc gunner match barrel. This thing is pretty affordable. However, it does shoot very well for me, and all of my Faxons shoot exceptionally well. I have 4 Faxons now, and I have no complaints. They make a great barrel for a great price. Obviously, round counts, I haven't gotten anywhere near. If I blow out this barrel in 6-arc, I'm going to be poor. So, yeah, I don't have any plans in doing that soon, unless I get an ammo sponsor. Sorry about talking all the sponsored content and shit. I need to stop doing that. But basically, yeah, 6-arc Faxon barrel. I've got their new Faxon, their patent pending, or maybe they've been approved for their patent, but they've got a 3-screw. So yeah, 3-pin gas block. This thing is adjustable. You can go within this handguard and adjust it. I know shooting at first, I had it completely closed, and so I was questioning why this thing wasn't cycling. I looked down there, I was at the range, didn't have an Allen key, which is so dumb of me to not have one with me. But basically, I could not shoot this the first time I took it to the range, which was very disappointing. After that, we'll go down to tripod. This is a Tricer RP tripod. This thing is pretty sweet, super easy to adjust. You just push this in, you can push it here, twist out, move it around. And this thing is quite affordable for a bipod of this caliber. I know like the MDT, the Skypods, I think it's, yeah, Skypods. Those things are great, but man, they are so expensive. And for a reason, they're a great product, but I cannot justify spending $1,000 on a tripod at this point in time. That's just, I don't shoot competition or anything like that. I would love to at some point, but yeah, I just can't afford one of those. So Tricer is the next best thing. And these are the short little legs. I have the long legs as well, but right now I'm just using the short legs because I don't need the long legs on it. Underneath this rail, I have an Annex Defense Arca rail that is an M-lock attaching method. So it just attaches right to the bottom of my M-lock rail. And basically I can run this tripod, and I can run this I can run this bipod, and I can run this tripod from 2Vets all on one piece, and I can switch these things off with just QD. I can slide them on, slide them off, slide them back on. I can adjust all of this. I can move it around. This is almost a full-length Arca rail. I'm not sure what size it is. Maybe 11-inch. Does that sound right? Maybe 13-inch. I don't know. I can't remember everything. But basically, it runs almost the full length of this handguard. And then obviously moving back, this is a Stoic Barricade bag. These things are great. They're pretty rigid, actually. This bag attaches by the shock cord and 2 clamps on the other side of this. But yeah, you can just take it right off like this. You can take this bag on and off, move it to other things, and then just reattach this back onto your rail. This Stoic bag was given to me. Shout out to those guys. They're great friends, and they have a great product, and I'd love to see that company grow into something great. I know they have a lot of aspirations, and they're doing a lot of cool things, and big shout out to them for sending this to me. They had no reason to. I just reached out, and they're like, yeah, we'll send you a bag. So that's awesome. I've been collaborating with them on Instagram, and hopefully I can get them some sales, shining them out on here as well as Instagram. Moving back, we got a Geisley. This is a Mark 14 rail, and it is a 15-inch rail, obviously matching the 16-inch barrel. I love Geisley rails. I run Geisley rails on almost everything I own, especially if I'm going to build something that I need to be accurate and dependable. I choose Geisley for the most part on almost every build. They have a great product, and rather than go all nerdy on all the specs, and you guys all know about Geisley rails, they make a great product. Moving back, I got a Bad Attitude upper receiver group. This thing was a stripped over. It is in clear anodized, and this handguard is actually in DDC. And this is kind of like a clear anode, DDC, black. It's just a bunch of different colors, and maybe at some point I'll spray paint it, but I don't know. I love these colors, and I probably won't ever spray paint this thing, to be honest. As you can see, I've got the dust cover and the forward assist, all from Forward Controls Design. Those guys make a great product as well. They are definitely expensive, but you get what you pay for, and they look amazing. They're definitely better than your mil-spec stuff, and yeah, they're a great product. Moving down to the lower, I have, this is a Hodge strip lower and clear anodized as well. You can't get these things anymore. I got this off of Tax Swap, shout out to Tax Swap. Sent to my FFL, ATF, I filled out my paperwork, don't come for me. This Magwell, I don't know, that guy put it on here. This is a Forward Controls Design, as well as a bolt release, a bolt release and a mag release. These are all from Forward Controls Design. And then the safety selector, can't remember what the safety selector is. It might be Forward Controls Design 45, possibly. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of forgotten what it is, but yeah, maybe one day I'll remember what it is. And then takedown pins as well are Forward Controls Design. They make, like I said, great products. They are expensive, but they do tie in your builds well, and they make everything look great, in my opinion. Difrico grip. I run these on almost everything I have. I just love the grip angle and getting your hand a little bit closer up on there. And then, yeah, it just makes me shoot more precise, in my opinion. Some people may disagree. Some people may like the B5 angle better, a Magpul. I don't care what you like. I like Difrico. That's fine. Goon tape as well. I run goon tape on almost everything I have. It just keeps that grip, especially when it's hot outside. You'll be slipping on and off of the gun, and just having a little bit of goon tape will just keep your hand firm right where it needs to be. Trigger, this is a Geisley 3-gun trigger. This is just the regular curve face. It's not the flat face or anything. It is a blem. Hey man, I don't care if the trigger's a blem. It looks all the same to me, and it's a rifle. It's going to be used, and it might look off at times, or it might look bad. I didn't see any blems in my opinion, but that's not for me to decide. The trigger's like 40% off. So I'll take that deal any day of the week. Up above that, I've got a Radian charging handle. I run these on almost everything. In front of that, I have a Faxon bolt carrier group that is matched to a different barrel that I have. I have a 22 ARC barrel that's a 20-inch, and you guys have seen on my other video of that barrel and that build. But basically, I can use that 22 ARC and my 6 ARC bolt carrier group, and I can use them interchangeably. At some point, I will get a 6 ARC bolt carrier group for this, but at this time, I'm just using that because it's a lot easier than spending an extra $200 or $300 on another bolt carrier group. And charging I got to get both. So that's one thing I will do next to this build. On top of that, I have a zero gravity 34mm Sherpa mount. This thing is a 154, and it is a hinge design so that you do not add or this mount hinges on here so that your scope does not like distort from torquing down your scope mount. It's a really nice mount. These guys sent me a disc code as well. This was also a blem. Huge shout out to those guys. They're about 45 minutes away from me here in Iowa. So yeah, shout out to those guys. And they make an awesome product, and it looks amazing in my opinion. I mean, you can't find a better looking scope mount according to me. On top of that, I have a 3-18 Vortex first focal plane mil reticle. This is the mil, I couldn't even tell you what mil reticle. It's a Christmas tree. It is also illuminated. It is very nice. I have one of these in a 5-25 as well on a bolt gun, and overall they work great for me, and they're a great price as well. Another great thing about this scope combo and this mount is it is a 154 mount, so that allows me to clip on thermals and stuff like that if I wanted to use this as a thermal clip-on. Just that easy. I have a thermal clipped on, and I can take this reticle out of this scope and use this scope and its reticle and use this as a thermal imaging device, which is super awesome. This is the wave of the future. Thermals are becoming a huge thing that everyone should have. This is only a $750 thermal and it works great. Check out my last video that is talking about this thermal. Athlon sent this to me. So gracious of them sending this to me, and it is a great product for the money. Moving back from the scope, here I got a Law Tactical folder. So basically, I also run these on, oh my God, a little tight there. Basically, I run these on almost every build just so that I can move them in and out of my truck, in and out of the safe, in and out of boxes to the range, in and out of everything. It just makes everything a lot easier. I have not seen a POI shift in putting these in. We'll see if they eventually wear out or something. Like this little butt plug that you use as an extension, if this creates any sort of wear on other parts, on maybe like your buffer spring or buffer, or maybe buffer tube, anything like that. I'm going to see eventually if I have any sort of wear there, but overall, Law makes a great folder, and it's something I put on almost every rifle that I have. That might not make it a SPR build. It sure seems like an SPR build to me, especially because this can become foldable and you can more use it in a special purpose environment, in my opinion. Moving back from that Law, I have a Timber Creek end plate, and it is a QD as well. I was going to buy a Forward Controls Design end plate, but I don't think I could justify the $45 on just an end plate. Just an end plate. I don't even use that QD slot. If I QD a sling on this, it'll be on the buttstock and it'll be on this front rail here. That's just where I like to run it. I've run many a slings, many a places, and that's just what I prefer. But yeah, I wanted the FDE look, and Timber Creek had a great price on it, so I did that. If it breaks on me and I should have bought a Forward Controls Design, whatever. Everything else is Forward Controls Design, so I had to switch it up. Behind that, castle nut, Forward Controls Design. They make a great castle nut. It fits well in your wrenches, and I've had some castle nuts before that are just out of spec. I can't even believe that I've had them before, and that you can make a castle nut out of spec, but I've had them out of spec, which really sucks because then it mars up your buffer tube. Moving back, this is a Geisley buffer tube, as well as their braided buffer spring and their H2 buffer. I believe it's an H2. It might be an H3. I don't think it's an H1 just because I plan on shooting suppressed. But yeah, they make a great product. I love the DDC color, and Geisley makes great parts. I keep going to back to this thing, but hey, Geisley makes a great product. Moving back, I got the B5 Precision stock. These stocks are awesome. Once again, expensive, but you get what you pay for. I have multiple other B5 stocks. They're just the regular, stock. They're not the SOP mod stock. And I do have the bag rider from SubRev Tech on that as well. And I will interchange that as well on this, especially if I'm running this in like a quicker roll rather than a precision roll. I will use that, but it's whatever you decide, man. Whatever stock you like. I like B5s. I'm not a huge fan of Magpuls, but some people love Magpuls. It's whatever you want to do. Put whatever you want on your rifle. It's your rifle. You get to choose. On top of that, I have a 100 Concepts dope card. This thing is taped on top of this stock, and I have not got dope on this, but at some point I will. And it goes out to 800 yards. Obviously, I'm going to try and touch 1,000 or maybe 1,200 yards with this thing, but building dope out to 800 and having it right there for you makes it quick and easy. And rather than running like a card that's attached over here or having something on your phone, I have it just ready on my stock at any certain time. Overall, that's my rifle build. That's currently what I'm running. Some upgrades I'm looking to do in the future. At some point, I would like to do a top mount with a Steiner or maybe like an Acro on top of this, maybe an RMR, maybe an SRO. Probably not an SRO. Probably an Acro or a tan MPS from Steiner. We shall see. I'm just waiting to get a top mount for this. They're a little bit back ordered, which is fine. And at some point, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Scope covers. I need to buy 100 Concepts scope covers. That's just something that I do to protect almost all of my optics and my rifles, and as well as that SPR build. If you use the honeycomb, some people believe in it. I kind of believe in it. Some people don't. You just have that light that bears off your optic. It will be stopped because of that honeycomb you have on front of it. Yeah, at some point I'd like to put a surefire, like maybe like a vampire or something if I was running this under nods. But yeah, a light at some point. Once again, I love building these rifles, but man, accessorizing them is just so much money. Like we have talked about 3 or 4 different things I need or want to get. I mean, the Acro alone is going to be $400 to $500. That top mount is $100. The scope cap, $150. The light, $300. The bolt carrier group, the charging handle, that's another $300. Like this stuff adds up really quickly, and I love to just keep building rifles and kind of finish them out, switch off lights, switch off stuff. I'd like to do that. At some point, I'll be able to finish out a rifle, but I've got so many ideas in my head going at once that it's hard to just spend all your money on one build, which is the right thing to do, but at the same time, I like producing content and getting stuff out to you guys. Overall, that's all I got. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. Like I said earlier, please like and subscribe. It helps me so much. I hope to get some shooting content out on this in the future. And yeah, have a great day, guys, and follow me on Instagram.